Update. Let's take a look at the headlines for today. His Majesty the Sultan visits Ithra Informatics Center at Neom city. Oman-Saudi ministers explore cooperation in commercial and investment fields. More than 1.3 million people have been vaccinated in Oman. Environment Authority Chairman visits nature reserves. India records 37,154 new COVID-19 cases and 724 deaths in the past 24 hours. Australia's Victoria to close borders with neighbouring states amid surge in COVID-19 cases. Billionaire Richard Branson's VSS Unity craft reaches space and lands safely. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson rallies behind England's squad after heartbreaking loss to Italy in Euro 2020 final. Portugal's Cristiano Ronaldo wins Euro 2020 Golden Boot. Those are the headlines. Now let's take a look at the weather.
This is Maythil Chukili with today's weather update, and right now I'm reporting from outside the TFM studio in Al Khuwair. Before we move on to our weather update, here is our fact for today. The majority of the Earth's rainforests are found in South America, Africa, and Asia. That is our fact for today. Now let's take a look at how the weather will be like in the Sultanate. According to Oman Meteorology and Civil Aviation Authorities, there will be clear to partly cloudy skies along the coastal areas of the Far and adjoining mountains with isolated rainfall. And there's also going to be mainly clear skies in the rest of the Sultanate with chances of clouds development over Al Hajar Mountains in the afternoon. There's also chances of late night or early morning low-level clouds or fog patches along the coastal areas of the Arabian Sea and Oman Sea coasts. And now let's take a look at how the weather will be like in all the governorates. Muscat will be sunny, temperatures between 43 to 33 degrees Celsius. Musandam will be sunny, temperatures between 41 to 33 degrees Celsius. North Al-Batana will be sunny, temperatures between 35 to 32 degrees Celsius. South Al-Batana will be sunny, temperatures between 43 to 34 degrees Celsius. Al-Buraymi will be sunny, temperatures between 48 to 35 degrees Celsius. Al-Dhahira will be sunny, temperatures between 49 to 35 degrees Celsius. Al-Dakhliya will be sunny, temperatures between 45 to 32 degrees Celsius. North Al-Sharqiyya will be sunny, temperatures between 44 to 31 degrees Celsius. South Al-Sharqiyya will be sunny, temperatures between 40 to 33 degrees Celsius. Al-Wusta will be sunny, temperatures between 43 to 32 degrees Celsius. And the Far will also be sunny, temperatures between 25 to 22 degrees Celsius.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to Midday Update. Now for the COVID-19 update for today. The Ministry of Health has announced the registration of 12 new COVID-19 deaths, taking the total death toll to 3,435. The Ministry has extended its deepest condolences to the families of the deceased. The Ministry of Health has also announced the registration of 1,167 new COVID-19 cases, taking the total cases in the Sultanate to 286,072. The total number of recoveries now stand at 259,550. The Ministry has urged everyone to adhere to social distancing instructions issued by the Supreme Committee and the Ministry of Health. And now for some local news. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq on Sunday visited Ithra Center, an advanced knowledge institution affiliated to King Abdulaziz Center for World Culture in Neom city. The visit comes within the context of His Majesty the Sultan's current state visit to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in response to an invitation from the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud of the KSA. When His Majesty the Sultan arrived at Ithra Center, he was received by Prince Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud, Crown Prince, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Defense. The reception party included senior Saudi officials as well as the center CEO and working team. His Majesty the Sultan went on tour of Ithra Center and had a close look at the major projects that stem from Saudi Vision 2030. At the conclusion of the tour, His Majesty the Sultan signed the visitors' register, expressing his appreciation for the efforts made by those running the center, wishing them success in their mission. The state-of-the-art Ithra Center is set up on an area of 80,000 square meters in an innovative style envisaged by Aramco. Its external structure combines the best of traditional and modern architecture that portrays the kingdom's brilliant future outlook. As part of the program of His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq's current visit to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, ministers from both sides held meetings during which they explored ways of enhancing cooperation in commercial and investment fields. In this context, Abdul Salam bin Mohammed Al Murshidi, chairman of Oman Investment Authority, held a meeting with Khalid Al Faleh, Saudi Minister of Investment. During the meeting, the two sides identified broad lines of cooperation based on empowering their private sectors. It touched on some projects that are capable of consolidating economic integration. Al Murshidi told Oman News Agency that it was agreed to form a joint action team between the OIA and its Saudi counterpart. The team will be entrusted to conduct preliminary studies for the envisaged projects. Al-Murshidi pointed out that the meeting was an opportunity to promote the advantages of economic zones and ports of the Sultanate, which, he said, was projected not only as a gateway to the East, but also as a gateway to Saudi products targeting East Africa. Meanwhile, Engineer Syed bin Hamoud Al-Mawali, Minister of Transport, Communication, Information Technology, held a meeting with his Saudi counterpart, Engineer Saleh bin Nasser Al-Jasser, Minister of Transport and Logistics. The meeting discussed means of enhancing cooperation in the logistics sector through land transport, air transport, railways, and the carriageway that will connect the two countries. In a statement to ONA, Engineer Al-Mawali said that the meeting explored ways of harnessing the Omani-Saudi experience in the field of electronic trade. In his turn, Qais bin Mohammed Al-Yusuf, Minister of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion, met with Dr. Majid bin Abdullah Al-Qasabi, Minister of Commerce. The meeting discussed cooperation in commercial and investment fields and envisaged working plans towards this goal. Al-Yusuf told ONA that the meeting underscored the importance of consolidating commercial exchange and the flow of business activities between the two countries and agreed to form a working team to undertake this mission. After separate meetings, the Omani and Saudi ministers held a roundtable meeting that focused on some economic feasibility projects. It was agreed that the OIA and its Saudi counterpart will conduct feasibility studies for joint economic projects. Over 35% of Oman's total target population have been vaccinated against COVID-19. According to the Ministry of Health, the number of people vaccinated against COVID-19 in the Sultanate has touched 1,359,065 people, which is 38% of the total target number. Among those who have been vaccinated, 80% have received 1 dose and 20% have received 2 doses. The chairman of the Environment Authority has conducted a field visit to Jabal Kahwan Nature Reserve and Al Salil Natural Park to review the challenges faced in the functioning of the two places. His Excellency Dr. Abdullah bin Ali Al Umari, chairman of the Environment Authority, made a field visit to Jabal Kahwan Nature Reserve and the Al Salil Natural Park to see and discuss the challenges faced in the working of the two reserves. The chairman of the authority was accompanied by His Excellency the Governor of South Al-Sharqiya, His Excellency Sheikh Wali of Al-Kamil and Al-Wafi, and the Director General of Nature Conservation, said the Environment Authority. The authority added that during the field visit, an experiment was conducted with the use of modern technologies or drones for monitoring work, collecting biological data, and assessing the environmental situation. The drones experiment will be applied to the Jabal Kahwan Nature Reserve to control all encroachments on the components of the reserve, which are characterized by a complex topographic nature. Those are local stories. We'll take a short commercial break and we'll be right back.
Oman's largest online supermarket, now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Back to the midday update now for the international stories. India reported 37,154 new COVID-19 cases in the past 24 hours, informed the Union Health Ministry on Monday. India's active caseload of COVID-19 cases is at 450,899. The active cases constitute 1.46% of the total cases. The country also reported 724 deaths due to COVID-19, and with that, the cumulative fatalities in the country due to viral infection reached 408,764. Out of the people infected since the beginning of the pandemic, 30,014,713 patients have already recovered from COVID-19, and there are 39,649 who have recovered in the past 24 hours. This constitutes an overall recovery rate of 97.22%, which is showing a sustained increasing trend. The weekly positivity rate also remained below 5% and is currently at 2.32%. Further, the daily positivity rate is at 2.59%, less than 3% for 21 consecutive days. The testing capacity in the country has been substantially ramped up, with 43.23 crore tests conducted so far. Australia's state of Victoria is closing its borders to New South Wales and Australian Capital Territory on Sunday amid a rise in COVID-19 cases in NSW, the state's Department of Health said. The acting chief health officer has declared that all of New South Wales and the Australian Capital Territory will become a red zone under Victoria's travel permit system at 11:59 p.m. Sunday, 11 July. This means the Victorian border is effectively already closed to the New South Wales and the ACT. The Department of Health said in a statement on Facebook. Starting at midnight, people residing in NSW and ACT will not be allowed to enter Victoria, with some exceptions. Victoria residents will be allowed to enter the state if they have a valid permit. Those allowed to return to Victoria from red zones are required to get tested and immediately quarantine for 14 days. People attempting to enter Victoria with no permit will be fined a sum of $3,710 and made to quarantine until they can be sent back. In the past 24 hours, NSW saw 77 locally acquired new cases of COVID-19 and 5 from overseas. The state has a total of 514 active cases. In comparison, Victoria has no new acquired cases. Australia began its vaccination campaign in February, but delays of vaccine deliveries and concerns about AstraZeneca's side effects slowed down its rate. British businessman Richard Branson has gone where no billionaire has by reaching space on board a Virgin Galactic vessel on Sunday. The winged rocket ship took off at around 2:40 p.m. UTC after its initial start time was pushed back due to bad weather at its New Mexico launch pad. The space plane detached from the mothership at an altitude of about 8 miles and fired its engine. It reached the edge of space at about 53 miles up. The crew successfully landed after an hour-long trip. The 70-year-old entrepreneur behind Virgin Atlantic and Virgin Records has beaten Amazon founder Jeff Bezos in the ultimate space race between some of the world's richest men. Bezos plans to travel on July 20th on his own New Shepard suborbital rocket ship built by his Blue Origin firm. The Amazon founder is set to pilot the spacecraft himself. Tesla CEO Elon Musk is also ambitious to travel to outer space and eventually to Mars, although his timetable is less clear. However, Musk's SpaceX project is expected to carry civilians into space as early as September this year. Those are a couple of the international stories. We'll take a short commercial break and we'll be back with the sports news.
Oman's largest online supermarket, now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to Midday Update. Now for the sports stories. United Kingdom's Prime Minister Boris Johnson rallied behind England head coach Gareth Southgate and the squad after the heartbreaking loss against Italy in the Euro 2020 final. Italy ended host England's dream to win the Euro 2020 at the Wembley Stadium on Sunday. Azzurri defeated England 3-2 on penalties after the normal 90-minute action had finished at 1-1 and even extra time was not able to break the deadlock. That was a heartbreaking result to end Euro 2020, but Gareth Southgate and his England squad played like heroes. They have done the nation proud and deserve great credit, Boris Johnson tweeted. Portugal forward Cristiano Ronaldo might have played 4 matches in the Euro 2020, but that didn't stop him from finishing as the top scorer in the tournament. Ronaldo scored 5 goals in the Euro Cup, the joint highest as Czech Republic attacker Patrik Schick had also netted the same number of goals. However, Portugal forward won the Golden Boot via the tiebreaker of assists. While Ronaldo had 1 assist to his name, Schick finished the tournament with 0 assists. In third place, it was Karim Benzema of France who scored 4 goals in the tournament. Ronaldo opened his account at Euro 2020 with 2 late goals in the 3-0 win against Hungary, taking his all-time Euro Cup finals tally to a new record of 11. He added 1 more to his total with his opening goal of the 4-2 loss to Germany on matchday 2 and then struck twice from the penalty spot in the 2-2 draw with France on matchday 3. According to UEFA, those 2 goals against Les Bleus took Ronaldo's all-time tally for his country to a staggering 109 goals, equaling the world record mark set by former Iran forward Ali Day. And although the Czech Republic's Patrik Schick also racked up 5 goals at the finals, Ronaldo finished out in the front thanks to his assist against Germany, having also played fewer minutes than Schick. Those were local, international and sports stories. We'll be back with midday updates, so stay tuned and keep watching TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's talk.